The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
All right, my beautiful people, this is ERGJ, your certified financial educator here with ERGJ Enterprises with the New Black Wall Street Book Club. We're going through the book, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, and today we are on law number 4. Well, thanks so much for tuning in and keeping up with us. Of course, if you'd like to get this book and follow along with us, you can get it through us here at www.ergj.net. Just go to the recommended to read section. Now, of course, today's episode is brought to you by True Detergent. That's TRUE. This is a Black-owned and manufactured detergent. It's 101-ounce bottle for $15. That's 15 cents per wash. We're doing free delivery in the Atlanta area. So if you'd like to get your bottle of True, go and give us a call at 678-851-2400, and we'll make the delivery to your doorstep. Hey, True Detergent, make the switch. All right, guys, so while we're waiting on people to join us here, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. How about them Falcons? Oh, how about them Falcons? Now, got a couple things that are coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the introduction to Forex. So if you've been interested in currency trading, you want to go ahead and get and sign up for that class. I got that link in the description above as well. Learn about foreign exchange or currency trading. That's going to be the dollar for the yen, the pound, everything like that, the Mexican peso. So learn about trading currency. Also, we're going to be rolling out Club Millie the plan again this week. Plan presentation that's going to be on Wednesday and Thursday. So if you want to find out more about Club Millie, where we're helping 1,000 people to save and invest $1,000 this year, you want to go ahead and sign up for that as well. I believe that the Wednesday session is sold out. We may have one spot available for the Thursday session, but this is your opportunity to get the information that you need to know to make a $20 decision. At the end of the day, it's really just a $20 decision. But what I say is, if you can't make a $20 decision, then you probably are not ready to start making $20,000 decisions. That's what we're gonna be doing as we grow together and get our money up. We're gonna pool our resources together, do this thing of what you call practice group economics. Then we're going to start making decisions with our money where we'd like to invest. And then also, we rolled out an exclusive this week as well. Not this week, but it's now open for you to get your tickets to the ERGJ exclusive. And I'm super excited about this. This is where I roll out the blueprint on how you can actually quit your job, start to develop multiple streams of income and get your exit strategy into taking control of your very own life. Now, with that ERGJ exclusive, we actually just added a benefit to that as well. We're going to have Andre Say Hatchett, come speak to us as well about some of his journey and the whole thing of own or be owned. So if you don't know who Andre C. Hatchett is, make sure you look him up. He is a real estate mogul. He's got multiple businesses. He's going to be talking to you a little bit about what he does and how he's gotten to the place where he has multiple streams of income. So what we're doing is we're basically I'm opening up my blueprint and showing you everything that I've done and my journey to and then also giving you tips to help you with your journey to finance your own freedom. At any rate, it's the 48 Laws of Power today by Robert Greene. Again, the 48 Laws of Power. We're going over law number 4. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's get it, man. You got the power. So law number 4, it says this: you want to always say less than necessary. Always say less than necessary. Now, here's your judgment. When you're trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear and the less in control. Even if you're saying something banal, it will seem original if you make it vague, open-ended, and sphinx-like. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Now we're going to go over to the keys of power and kind of read through this. So, keys to power. Again, always say less than necessary. Power is in many ways a game of appearances. And when you say less than necessary, you inevitably appear greater than and more powerful than you are. Your silence will make other people uncomfortable. Humans are machines of interpretation and explanation. They have to know what you are thinking. When you carefully control what you reveal, they cannot pierce your intentions or your meaning. Your short answers and silences will put them on the defensive, and they will jump in nervously, filling the silence with all kinds of comments that will reveal valuable information about them and their weaknesses. They will leave a meeting with you feeling as if they've been robbed, and they will go home and ponder your every word. This extra attention to your brief comments will only add to your power. Saying less than necessary is not for kings and statesmen only. In most areas of life, the less you say, the more profound and mysterious you appear. As a young man, the artist Andy Warhol had the revelation that it was generally impossible to get people to do what you wanted them to do by talking to them. It's almost impossible to get people to do what you want them to do by talking to them. They would turn against you, subvert your wishes, disobey you out of sheer perversity. He once told a friend, I learned that you can actually have more power when you shut up. He said that I learned that you can actually have more power when you shut up. in his later life, Warhol employed this strategy with great success. His interviews were exercises in oracle speech. He would say something vague and ambiguous, and the interviewer would twist in circles trying to figure it out, imagining there was something profound behind his often meaningless phrases. Warhol rarely talked about his work. He let others do the interpreting. He claimed to have learned this technique from that master of enigma, Marcel Duchamp, another 20th century artist who realized early on that the less he said about his work, the more people talked about it. And the more they talked, the more valuable his work became. By saying less than necessary, you create the appearance of meaning and power. Let me say that again. By saying less than necessary, you create the appearance of meaning and power. Also, the less you say, the less risk you run of saying something foolish, even dangerous. In 1825, the new Tsar, Nicholas I, ascended to the throne of Russia. A rebellion immediately broke out, led by the liberals, demanding that the country modernize, that its industries and civil structures catch up with the rest of Europe. Brutally crushing this rebellion, the Decembrist uprising, Nicholas I sentenced one of its leaders, Kondratry Revlev, to death. On the day of the execution, Revlev stood on the gallows and the noose around his neck. The trapdoor opened, but as Ruslev dangled, the rope broke, dashing him to the ground. At the time, events like this were considered signs of providence or heavenly will, and a man saved from execution this way was usually pardoned. As Revlev got to his feet, bruised and dirty, but believing his neck had been saved, he called out to the crowd, "You see, in Russia, they don't know how to do anything properly, not even how to make a rope." A messenger immediately went to the Winter Palace with news of the failed hanging. Vexed by this disappointing turnabout, Nicholas I nevertheless began to sign the pardon. But then, did Revlev say anything after this miracle? The Tsar asked the messenger. Sire, the messenger replied, he said that in Russia, they don't even know how to make rope. In that case, said the Tsar, let us prove the contrary. And he tore up the pardon. The next day, Revlev was hanging again. This time, the rope did not break. Now, here's your lesson. Learn the lesson. Once the words are out, you cannot take them back. All right, we'll put it in the comments below. Once the words are out, you cannot take them back. Keep them under control. Be particularly careful with sarcasm. The momentary satisfaction you gain with your biting words will be outweighed by the price you pay. The momentary satisfaction you gain with your biting words will be outweighed by the price that you pay. Now, here's the image that you want to imagine as it relates to this section of always say less than necessary. The oracle at Delphi. All right, that's the image. The oracle at Delphi. Now, I don't know. I will have to look that up. But the oracle at Delphi. When visitors consulted the oracle, the priestess would utter a few enigmatic words that seemed full of meaning and import. No one disobeyed the words of the oracle. They held power over life and death. So you want to imagine the oracle at Delphi. When they went to go visit this oracle, the priestess would utter a few enigmatic words that seemed full of meaning and import. No one disobeyed the words of the oracle. They held power over life and death. Always say less than necessary. Now here's your authority. Never start moving your own lips and teeth before the subordinates do. The longer I keep quiet, the sooner others move their lips and teeth. As they move their lips and teeth, I can thereby understand their real intentions. If the sovereign is not mysterious, the ministers will find opportunity to take and take. This was from a Chinese philosopher. I can't even say his name. but never start your own lips and teeth before their subordinates do. So this is our law number 4 in the 48 laws of power. And again, always say less than necessary. When you're trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Even if you're saying something banal, it will seem original if you make it vague, open-ended, and sphinx-like. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. So this is the 48 laws of power, guys. That was law number 4. Again, always say less than necessary, and this is the book by Robert Greene. Now, here's the deal, man. As you learn these strategies, you're learning them to either use them or to understand or to recognize when they're being used upon you. So we're going through the 48 laws, and we just completed law number 4. So that means that tomorrow we'll be on law number 5. And so this episode is brought to you by True Detergent. That's right, black-owned and manufactured True. 101 loads for $15. That's 15 cents per wash. We're doing free delivery here in the Atlanta area. So give us a call at 678-851-2400 to have your True delivered to your doorstep. True Detergent. Make the switch. Well, that's my time for you here today, guys. Go ahead and sign up for Club Millie. Got the foreign exchange class coming up on Tuesday, and then also the ERGJ exclusive. If you want to know how to finance your very own freedom, I'm only taking 20 students. If you want to learn how to finance your own freedom, how to put together your exit strategy from your job, how to create multiple streams of income, well, I'm going to teach 20 students, and that's it. This is a one-time thing. I'm not going to do it again this year. So this is your opportunity to have a one-on-one, not a one-on-one, but have an intimate conversation with ERGJ, and I can show you how I walked away from my job and how I was able to create multiple streams of income for myself to finance my own freedom. What is ERGJ from ERGJ Enterprise? Remember this, guys. You've got the power.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there in the next episode of the new Black Wall Street. The new Black Wall Street.